Hey Virgos, welcome back to my channel. Guys, if you are new here, welcome. And if you are returning, thanks so much for supporting the channel. I'm going to go ahead and do your new moon reading, okay? Now, this is a general message, so it may not resonate with everyone. Just take what resonates for you, Virgos, and leave the rest. Anybody interested in a personal reading, my information is always down below. Thanks to those who do reach out for those, and thanks to those who donate to the channel, and to those of you who do subscribe. It's very much appreciated. So I do hope that everybody is doing well, okay? Now, guys, for those of you that are wanting to join the monthly guidance readings, okay, there is still a chance to do that. Now, I do believe that this new moon is in Cancer, okay? And in the numerology deck, the new moon in Cancer card says you and your loved ones are safe, okay? So, let's read it. So it says, there's a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in connection with the people or places you hold dearest. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or moving house. If you're hoping to move forwards with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. If your insecurities is holding you back, that's something for you to work on now. Doing so could bring you your heart's desire. So not being afraid to do something here. Also, it's stating that it's a very good time to be with family or give more time to your family here or children and things like that. So it says the new moon in Cancer can be a super emotional time. The moon is all about emotions, and Cancer is a water sign and also very emotional. Saying that, the moon is very happy in the sign of Cancer. It's one of her two homes. It says along with Taurus. So whenever you pull it, this card suggests that whatever happens next will be in your favor. It says it's especially positive for family matters, okay? So I just heard as well, okay, not going to be for everyone, but I did just hear it. For some of you, I don't know if you've been trying to conceive. This could be a good time. But I'm going to put it back and let's see what other energy comes out for you, okay? What is the strongest energy for my Virgos? Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, and Venus. What do they need to know for this new moon energy, Spirit? Can I get a card for now and a card for going forward? And going forward. So I'm seeing some heavy Leo energy here, okay? So something definitely could be about confidence here, you know, being courageous. But I also see energy here where, you know, making sure that pride doesn't get in the way. Yeah, I just saw the card bring love into the situation. But your first card coming out, it says nothing yet is set in stone. And then going forward, don't let pride get in your way. Show me more. What do we have for Virgo? So there may be a little bit of reading in this reading, okay? You guys can always skip past that bit if you don't want to hear it. What is nothing yet is set in stone? What do we have for Virgo? And going forward, what is don't let pride get in your way? Okay. Yeah, it's kind of coming out sideways. It looked like it wanted to turn in the reverse, but this could be the blockage for somebody here. Bottom of the deck, you have make a move. Yeah, someone here, because if you do, right, take some sort of action, you see prayers and wishes here. I do feel like some of you, yes, maybe you have been healing or something like that here with the hibernation and rejuvenation. But I feel like some of you, I mean, take it how it resonates. This could be like an energy where, you know, maybe you've been in hibernation for too long. But let's see. So the first one coming out, heavy Leo energy. Yeah, you have strength and resilience. And then going forward, that is coming out sideways. You have tears of joy and sadness. So I'm picking up something here about, again, this energy of maybe something from the past that has maybe happened to someone here. And it's made somebody kind of have all these boundaries around them. It's made somebody kind of withdraw a little bit here, almost from the world. I don't know, someone here, damn, what is this energy? I get this energy over here as well, as what somebody doesn't like what they see when they look in the mirror. So something here, again, not going to be for everyone. Something here could have something to do with someone's weight or something like that. You know, it doesn't matter what the issue is here. I feel like what Spirit is saying to someone is there's always a solution. But I do know that you have to be in the right vibration to be able to see, you know, the wood through the trees, to be able to see the light at the end of the tunnel. But let's see, what is strength and resilience? Okay. So strength and resilience is in the earth part of the book, okay, which talks about grounding and practical action. Now it is on page 31, which could be significant, or 13, right, which is like the death card. The death card is that energy of transformation, rebirth, endings, and new beginnings. But let's see, it does boil down to a 4. Yeah, that 4 wands is making me feel like somebody spent a lot of time in the house here. So strength and resilience. It says strength means difficult things at different... Strength means difficult... Do you know what? Strength means different things at different points of our lives. Sometimes it means having a physical strength to run marathons, climb mountains, or dance until the wee hours of the morning. Sometimes it means having the emotional strength to triumph over adversity. We can't all be superhuman and leap tall buildings in a single bound, but we can be strong in the ways that are important. Sometimes strength is less about muscles and more about will. Action. It says do something that challenges you, something that calls on you just a little more strength, than you think you have. Walk a little further than usual. Stand up to a bully. Give up an addiction. Be strong. You can do it. The divination. It says this card is telling you one of two things, or maybe both. If you wanted to know if you should or could do something, the answer is yes. Go for it. If you have the strength and ability to succeed. If you just pulled a card for general information or inspiration, then this card is telling you that you are stronger than you think. It says, do we want to read the magic bit? It says magic. It says to do a simple spell for strength and courage, light an orange, white, or brown candle. Focus on what strength means to you and pull on the strength of the earth below. Visualize yourself growing strong roots and a trunk like a mighty tree. Feel your limbs stretch up towards the sky and say, Earth, lend me your strength so that I can be strong like an oak, able to stand against storms of life. Okay, so let us read Fears and Joy. And then there won't be no more reading until the end, okay? Fears and joy. Fears of joy and sadness. That must be in the water. Yeah, tears of joy and sadness. So Water element. It says change and movement. It's on page 92 or 29, could be significant. Boils down to an 11. Tears of joy and sadness. Life is rarely simple. There is no such thing as a complete good or bad. It says even the best outcomes may come with a price, and even the worst disasters can often have a silver lining. Loss and grief show us the value of what we had and how lucky we were to have it. The toughest challenge give us the opportunity to rise above. That doesn't mean that the hard stuff isn't hard. Of course it is. But if you can find the positive side of even the worst events, it will help you stay strong and keep moving forward. Maybe you can even inspire others who are dealing with their own difficulties to keep moving forward. It says action. Think about the tough times you have gone through in the past and look back at what followed. It says, did you survive? Did you grow from the experience and become stronger or wiser or kinder? Did a closing door open another one for something good? If so, take a deep breath. Look at whatever you are dealing with right now. It says, and let's face it, most of us are dealing with something. And remind yourself that one way or the other, it is going to work out okay. Perhaps not the way you wanted it to be, but okay. So the divination says, this card may be an indication that you are struggling with tough times. Or perhaps you are coming out the other side. Maybe both. It says either way, stay strong and smile when you can, even if it is through your tears. So yeah, so don't be afraid to cry, right? Because that is a form of releasing, okay? It's not a sign of weakness here. So it says, if this card doesn't represent you, perhaps it's a reminder that even those who present a happy face to the world may be hiding tears underneath. Be kind and give people the benefit of the doubt. You never know what they are going through behind closed doors. So the magic says, it's okay to be sad. It is okay to be happy, even when things are horrible. There are two sides to every coin, and no situation is black and white. Getting through day-to-day life is often dependent on finding a balance. In a quiet or sacred place, place 2 glasses or goblets of water in front of you. One almost full, the other almost empty. Say, God and goddesses, please help me to find and keep my balance in this challenging world. It says, pour water from the fuller glass into the empty one until they are close to even as they can get. It says, then pour a little back. Do this a few times, and when you feel you have a sense of balance, sip from each glass and raise them to the gods in thanks. Okay. So, moving on. Show me more about what this is for my Virgos. Why is this energy here, Spirit, for this new moon? And I get 3 cards. So it kind of looks like it's coming out sideways. It is the Prince of Swords. Show me more. Coming in the reverse is the Two of Swords. Yeah, and then we have the 6 of Wands. And we also have it turning over with the 6 of Swords. So 66 could be significant here, or 99. But this is definitely an energy of moving on to calmer waters. Yeah, letting go of some sort of sadness, disappointment here, right? 9 of Swords and the 5 of Cups. Show me more. Your energy, Virgo, Hermit. And then we have the Princess of Pentacles. So that is me, for that coming out here right at the end, talks to me about, you know, a lot of you have come a long way, right? And maybe you still have a long way to go. But I feel like this Princess of Pentacles is about you making some sort of practical decisions here. It's also giving me this energy of, you know, almost like starting again, but building on something solid this time. You see that I like this card because you see that the sun is coming up behind her. She's holding her coin up in the air, but she's also holding, looks like some sort of grain, which makes me think of harvest. But let's clarify these cards. Why is the Prince of Swords here? Why is the Prince of Swords here? Some of you may be experiencing some sort of struggle when it comes to your work, right? Because I did just see the Eight of Pentacles is still there, right? And the Eight of Pentacles does talk about maybe something that you have worked very hard on. Eight of Pentacles talks about something that you have mastered, that you are very skilled at, okay? Some of you, maybe you need to like, and I mean, only if it resonates, right? But there could be a heavy energy here, especially if it is about your work and things like that. And you do a kind of like 9 to 5, where maybe you feel like, I don't want to, it's kind of feels like an energy where maybe you feel like you're not being recognized in, or you're not kind of, almost like using your full potential. Maybe going into self-employment is something that you need to think about. And I'm not saying leave your job. I'm saying maybe you could start something on the side and see how it starts to work for you, right? Especially if you're not happy, like I said, in your job. But you have the Page of Coins. So again, this is about laying a foundation here. What I was just explaining about this card is exactly what the Page of Coins is. It talks about setting goals, and not just setting goals and thinking about them, but actually taking the action to go towards them here. This is about having, and what I'm hearing is about having an ambitious mind here, Virgos, okay? The Page of Coins talks about good news. Maybe some of you, like I said, are studying something. Maybe it is stressing you out. Don't be afraid to take a day off, you know. But show me more. What is the Page of Coins? The Three of Swords. That landed on the Six of Wands. So the Three of Swords is about grief and disappointment. There's something also here about, again, when it comes to your work and things like that, someone here feels like they should have been discovered by now or something like that. Show me more. Why is the Three of Swords here? This talks about heartache, depression, misunderstandings. Yeah, the Six of Swords. Leave something here behind. Got the Six of Swords out here twice. Move into calmer waters. Overcoming any kind of hardship. It's like I'm hearing you keep the faith, and you're going to see the difference here. There's something here also about unicorns. I'm also hearing something about the goat. So don't doubt yourself. Some of you as well, whether it is love, family members, friends here, you need to choose peace. There's an energy where Spirit is saying, hey, listen, pick your battles wisely. What is the Two of Swords in the reverse? Now, in the upright, the Two of Swords can talk about being at a crossroads, a stalemate. There's something here that some of you need to face now. Something that you haven't been wanting to face. Maybe something that you've just maybe been... It's like an energy of just, you know, pushing something under the carpet. I don't want to deal with it today. This is a good time to release this with this new moon. This is a good time for you to set your intentions, okay? What do you want to take with you into the next phase? And what do you want to leave behind? Show me more about the Two of Swords in the reverse. Thank you. King of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy here. Could this be about your emotions, your feelings? I don't have to be speaking to a masculine. Two of Swords reverse, yeah, coming out sideways as a blockage. It's the Five of Wands. And I just said pick your battles wisely. Five of Wands is an energy of competition, conflict, drama, chaos. Too many people being involved in a situation. Now, I also pick up an energy of someone who doesn't want to argue with somebody anymore. Maybe somebody wants to reach out to somebody and apologize, or, you know, maybe just test the waters with somebody. Can something be resolved? You're not going to know by just sitting there and thinking about it. If it's playing on your mind that much, Spirit says, hey, do something about it. But show me more. What is this King of Cups with the Five of Wands? This could be also like personality clashes with people. Maybe you just feel like people don't really understand, or you feel misunderstood. What is the King of Cups, Five of Wands? The Magician. Landed on that Page of Coins. I don't like that combination. Sometimes when I see that combination, it can either talk to me about some sort of manipulation, or about, I don't know if someone's been learning spell work. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be negative, but with that Five of Wands there, now, let's leave the spell work energy for a second, okay? This could be about somebody manifesting something. The Magician is like the energy of the Lion. It's about willpower, right? It's about you knowing that you are a master of your own life almost. Give me one on this Magician. The Magician is someone who is very resourceful. Give me one on the Magician. The Nine of Cups, yeah. Something here will bring somebody wish fulfillment. But to be a magician, again, you have to be skilled. You have to be focused. It's that energy of paying attention to details. Nine of Cups. Feeling good. Satisfied. Fulfilled. Oh, okay. Yeah, they say Nine of Cups with the King of Cups makes a Ten of Cups energy. Go after your heart's desires. What's the Six of Wands? Do you know what I'm hearing when I'm looking at this Six of Wands? I'm hearing that there's someone here who maybe they have almost, I'm not going to say they have everything, but maybe they have almost everything, right? This could be someone who gets a lot of attention from people. You know, someone could have like a nice home, a nice car, you know, they wear nice clothes. But what about the love? Give me one on the Six of Wands. Because this man on this horse, he doesn't look happy. Six of Wands. The Ace of Wands. Give me a clear message. Thank you. Three of Coins. What's the Six of Wands? Three of Coins. The Emperor. You got Aries, Taurus energy out here, or just divine masculine. Queen of Coins at the bottom of the deck with the Chariot and the Page of Cups. For feminines, someone here, you look at the Empress right there. There may be someone here who wants to come towards you here. I don't know if this is about a collaboration, right, with the Three of Coins. This is an energy of teamwork, doing it together. I'm picking up like-minded people. And the Emperor is someone who gets things done. Definitely could be someone who, like I said, is a CEO or something like that. Show me more about this Emperor, Three of Coins. The Lovers, Gemini energy, and the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune talks about the inevitable. Something here is fated, it's destiny, or maybe that's how somebody feels. Connections, relationships. Yes, it can maybe talk about romance, but it doesn't have to be. This could, like I said, just be working with people who it just feels more peaceful. So maybe that's why the Six of Swords is out here twice, right? Duality. There is definitely a change coming for someone. If they can find the strength, if they can put something behind them, if they can push that pride aside. What's Six of Swords? You have the Winter Solstice. And the Winter Solstice talks about finding the light. And wasn't I just saying something at the beginning about somebody needing to see the wood through the trees or the light at the end of the tunnel? All hope is not lost, but you have to see life that way. Okay, that got me down, or damn, you know, that was a bump in the road. But like the card said, did you survive? Well, you must have, because you're sitting here listening to me. The Winter Solstice talks about an energy of validating your feelings. Love is not a bad thing. Sometimes it can be a scary thing, right? Sometimes we fall in love with the wrong person and our hearts get broken or damaged. But nothing that is not beyond repair. There's just lessons to learn there. What is the Winter Solstice? Yeah, look at the Ace of Coins at the bottom of the deck. And the Waxing Moon, which talks about making progress, gaining strength. What is the Winter Solstice? Am I taking that? Landing on the Six of Swords. Yeah, it came out. Ace of Wands. New beginnings. New passionate beginnings. And it landed on the Six of Swords. Show me more. But I do see the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. What's this Winter Solstice with the Ace of Wands? The Empress. Ace of Wands. Yes, it talks about chemistry and fertility. And I did say something. I don't know if someone here was trying to conceive. I believe I said that at the beginning. Yeah, I said this, you know, something may happen. But this says go for it. And then the Empress falls out. Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine. Wheel of Fortune. Something here, like I said, is fate and it's destiny. Part in the deck and the Ten of Coins. Something is part of someone's legacy. Why is the Hermit here? Coming out sideways. Landed on that Knight of Swords is Queen of Cups. Show me more. Who's this Queen of Cups energy? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Landing on the Magician. Six of Coins. Show me more. What is the new moon energy, Spirit? Justice. Okay. I feel like something here would be an equal give and take. Right? Because I feel like there's two people. I don't want to necessarily say they're mirroring each other, but it could be, okay? Because you have the King and the Queen of Cups out here. And you have the Emperor and the Empress. Six of Coins talks about giving and receiving. The Justice card talks about doing what's right, but doing what's right for you. Now, I am picking up another energy here, okay? Give me one more on that Queen of Cups first. Yeah, okay. The High Priestess. Someone who's very intuitive. So this is Divine Feminine as well. So I'm hearing Spirit say, whoever this feminine is, okay, I'm hearing them say she's blessed and she's highly favored. But I am still going to say the other energy that I was picking up, even though the High Priestess did come out to clarify, right? There could be something here about somebody paying for some sort of spell work. I'm trying to avoid it, but this could be in the past. There could have been someone here who was maybe very materialistic. Because I'm hearing someone who always wants. What's this Princess of Pentacles? But there's a new journey here. Someone just has to make the choice to decide to go on it. Someone has to decide that, you know what, actually, no, I still do want to get the most out of life. I take my time, one step at a time, which was reminding me of the daily affirmation today. But not giving up. Landing on the Two of Swords. In the reverse is the Death card. Endings, so you can have new beginnings. This is a transformation. Yes, it can talk about a breakup, letting something go. Death card is like a metamorphosis. Show me more about the Death card. Seven of Cups. Okay, what's the Seven of Cups? Maybe this is what this nothing yet is set in stone is about. Someone here may have thought something is over, but maybe there is still opportunity. Yeah, look at this. Landing on the Six of Swords, you have the Chariot. Moving forward. Now, for others of you, right, if it's not that and it's just something within you that you are finding it difficult to let go of, this talks about regaining your focus, right? Almost like with the Seven of Cups is giving me this energy of, getting your head out of the clouds here. The Chariot talks about determination. This talks about you can overcome any blockages or obstacles, whether it is mentally, emotionally, or physically. But again, that energy of believing and knowing. Okay. So let us get your other cards. Give me an astrology card for Virgo. What is relevant to them right now, Spirit? Okay. You got South Node at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, it's like somebody's stuck in their South Node, but it's blocking you from your destiny. And look at that Cancer energy right there. It says, I feel. I feel like someone is afraid to feel. And look at part of it on Mars. And Mars to me is action. It's also a fiery energy. Yeah, just part of it on fire element, desire. But let's see what is coming out for you. You have Gemini energy. It says, I think. And I just heard, I think too much. But let's see. Okay, so number 15 could be significant, or 51. Boils down to a 6. 6 of Swords, 6 of Wands. You have them both out here. So let's find it. Give me a second, let me find it. Okay, so what is interesting is on page 67, okay, or 76. Those numbers may resonate with you. But it does boil down to a number 13. Death card. So I'm just going to read the brief. And it says, Gemini card in brief. It says, the mind and the brain, being of two minds, fluence. It says, deafness, being clever while a little superficial. It says, double talk, talking too much, giving out too much information. It says, publishing. It says, left-handedness, the hands, fingers, the spinal cord, siblings. It says immediate, neighborhood, youth, twins, puzzles, games, learning, and quick learning, school and involvement in education. Yeah, look at that. It says mastering a new technology, computers, nervous conditions, being too highly strung. It says to take real lead of your life. It says abandoning projects, just before finished, leaving many things undone. So maybe there's something here that you have started that you need to go back to for some of you. It says restlessness and indecision, retail business. It says selling things, flea markets, used items, flirtation, friends and lovers as friends. Corresponding tarot card, the Lovers. And we saw that, right? Yeah, we did. So it says key ideas. It says paying attention, mindfulness, talking, writing, explanation, and versatility. So that is your astrology card. Now let's end out with a card from Isis. What do you have for my Virgos? What do they need to know about this new moon? What do we have for my Virgos? All right, one card. What are we getting stuck on? Mother of life. Nourishment of the golden grain mother. Where's the card that had a... Okay, now that's going to puzzle me. Oh, is it this one, right? Well, I was talking about how she had like the harvest in her hand. I'm hearing give birth to a new you. And I see we get this card quite a lot. The power over 7 scorpions. A lot of you have had people, a lot of people projecting on you. And look at right behind that, you got initiation. Spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. And for others of you, there is something here about some sort of partnership coming together. But I just want one card. Thank you, Spirit. One card for Virgo. Okay. Spirit is giving someone the key here. But let's get the meaning. It says key of life. It says spinning the anarch. It says the key of life. Is that how you say it? I think I'm pronouncing it wrong, but it's okay. Okay. So it is on page 84. Or 48 could be significant. It does boil down to a 12. And that will boil down to a 3. So the 3 of Wands for me is about seeing the bigger picture of situations, okay? It's also an energy of progression and moving forward and planning. Now, I literally just Googled how to pronounce that. Is it Ankh? So it says, the key of life is the mysterious Ankh. It says the looped cross held in the hand of Isis. This mystery is opening to you now. So yeah, like I said, I feel like you're being given the key to move forward here. It says the Ankh portends new life being born through you now. It could be in a creative sense or in a physical sense, in terms of health or even a child that wishes to be born. I did say that at the beginning. It says, or a new project that needs to be created in service to humanity. Some of you have certain gifts that you're meant to be giving back to the world. It says, this new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you more into wholeness and fulfillment. It says, let it happen. So let's get the incarnation. Some of you may have this tattoo. I know I do. I was trying to think why I got it. It's a symbol of Osiris. But it says, cross of life, cross of light, protects me through darkest plight, held within the Isis womb, new melody of my soul tune, safely held in the loop unbroken, till it is time for new life to break open. And for someone, this is the time for this new life to break open, okay? So Virgos, that is what I have for you for this new moon energy. I do hope that something has resonated with you guys. If it has, I do ask that you hit the thumbs up for me. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so you know when I upload. But if this is where we part, Virgos, stay safe. Love and light, guys.